make feminism less annoying. See, that's a tricky one. I mean, if you ask me how to make feminism more scientific, more relevant, more effective, better at communicating to people, all those kind of things, I could probably give you some pretty good answers. But less annoying, that's very specific. So what is it about modern feminism that's annoying? I guess the sheer triviality of a lot of it. I mean, you look at things like the Everyday Feminism feed, and most of it is just pointless. Nothing. Not even microaggressions, femto aggressions, nano aggressions. It's just absurd. You look at the kind of things that are complained about on Tumblr, and it's nothing. Just the sheer triviality of it all is annoying, I suppose. So I guess by fixating on genuinely serious subjects, that would go a huge way towards making feminism less annoying. So, you know, the genuine and actual oppression of women in the Middle East and in Africa, for example, that would be, or rural China even. That would be something. I guess another big aspect of what I find annoying about it is the same sort of stuff that I find annoying with creationists and so on, in that they keep time and time again using the same arguments which have been utterly debunked. So on the creationist side, they might say, well, Darwin talked about how complex and everything it is and how it couldn't have evolved, except that's an out of context quote, and if you go back and you look, and he actually did describe pretty much what we found the evolution of the eye to be. Similarly with feminism, you keep running into things like the wage gap argument, thoroughly debunked, very, very thoroughly, and what it comes down to is the very thing that feminism's supposedly arguing for, which is women having individual agency and choice in their lives. So, if we could concentrate on things that are genuine issues, such as reproductive rights and so on for women, we need to discuss those about men, but maybe separately. That would be a good thing to look at. But these continually rehashed same fallacious arguments and the bad use of statistics. Personally, I feel that undermines the feminist arguments, which might otherwise have some merit. When you overblow the rape statistics, for another example, to this 1 in 4 number, that's just absurd, and you lose all credibility. I understand why it's done, it's clickbait essentially, to try and rile people up and get them wanting to do something, but long term credibility demands that you use well-made statistics that hold up to scrutiny, and so better discipline, I guess, would make feminism less annoying. If feminism could stop fucking with people's shit, that would also be brilliant and make it much less annoying. For what should be a liberation ideology, in that women should be free, women should be able to be sexual and expressive and do any job they want and whatever else, it's horribly conservative at the moment, especially when it comes to art and expression. Computer games don't hurt anyone, comics don't hurt anyone, film and TV doesn't hurt anyone. There's room for a whole panoply of different forms of expression, but not if you keep trying to silence, marginalise and shut up people who do things that aren't to your taste, and then disguising that behind this ideology and trying to frame what other people are doing as harmful somehow, when it almost certainly isn't. 99.999% of the time it's just your spin on it. You've trained yourself to pick up on things that mostly aren't even there. So just leave people's shit alone, make your own shit, make your own feminist porn and make your own feminist comics and so on. Stop screwing up what other people like and make your own stuff. And if it's popular and successful, sweet. If it's not, then we've all learned a lesson. 2 more things, I guess. Firstly, can we have our dyed-haired and tattooed and pierced girls back, please? Because it used to be, back in the day, that was a sign that a girl was cool, and it was down to going out and having a good time and being one of the guys, basically. And going and seeing good bands and hanging out and liking geek stuff and not being a boring, wonky old feminist. Even the Riot Girls were more fun than you guys. So can we please have those back? Because it's gone from being, you know, a moth to a flame to stripes on a wasp, and I really, really don't appreciate that. I want my pretty tattooed girls back, please. And lastly, I guess the most annoying bit is that you won't engage and you cut people off when they're trying to have a discussion or an argument or a debate with you about something you brought up. That's no way to make any progress whatsoever on anything. It's not my job to educate you, shitlord. Can fuck right off, okay? It's not your job to educate, it's your job to convince. You know, educate makes it sound like you're pronouncing truths from atop a mountain somewhere or something, and we, the plebeians, have to listen. No, we have questions, and we see flaws in your arguments, and we want to argue and debate them. Many of us, even most of us, I would say, in good faith. You know, we want to discuss these issues. But you won't. So how do you expect to make any progress? How do you expect to convince anyone when you won't even attempt to stand up to their arguments, let alone succeed? The things you proclaim are not set in stone, they're not absolute. You have to prove the existence of this patriarchy that you assert. You know, you have to prove these statistics that you like to throw around against the flaws and problems that people point out. You would actually gain from this process, as you would have more robust arguments, you would have better statistics, you'd have a better understanding, and if it turns out that you're wrong and things are better than you think they are, then you've gained too. You've gained a new perspective and a realisation of just how much better things are now than they were. So I guess don't educate, but talk, discuss, and everyone's understanding improves when you do that. You improve your arguments, maybe you're proven wrong. You know, that's supposed to be a good thing, even in social science. So those are my ideas, such as they are. I doubt anyone will take them on board because I'm preaching to the choir. Zang. I want my pretty tattooed girls back, please.